Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. I'm RJ and this is CNC Metalworks. Shutting in the electrical for it, so put this little coil like this. Okay, if you guys have been watching the very last video, we worked on the blade, filled in the roof panel. One of the things that everybody will do or can do is getting it to a certain shape or something that really is less fill. And ideally, no fill would be great in the roof, but you know, cosmetically, you got to finish with a little something. But we still want to get that shape just a little bit closer. So with that said, one of the things I kind of noticed was, you know, dream tools, things like a planching hammer. I was watching Bellows the other day. Mike can do some good work. Y'all check him out. Mike Bellows Customs. Anyway, just to give you an idea though, he uses something like this. This bad boy right here is really nice. Big handheld extension. You put this on some air pneumatically and you planish out those welds. Big roof skin, get a lot of shape. But then we go here and we notice $3,000. $3,000 to shape a roof panel. How many are we going to do? What are we doing? And I was like, well, what would Pop do? We come up with something that kind of does the same job, but at the same time, affordable. Let's face it. So, English wheel, Harbor Freight, probably the cheapest one you can get. Does a good job. Now, in effect, stretching metal's planishing. We just want to shape, stretch that metal, make all that stuff even up best we can. So, I got this little guy right here. My brother, he had this, wasn't using it. Donated it. I looked it up. This is like a micro mini English wheel. I mean, look at my hand. This thing's really small. This whole frame isn't probably 14, maybe 16 inches. So I looked at them and you can get these things for like $100. Amazon or some tool mart places. I've seen them up around 150. And what we're going to show you guys is how to take this stuff and make something that'll do a very long pass on our roof skin and even up all that metal and bring in some really nice shape, really affordably. If you look at some of this stuff, they got some really cool crowns on these. This one's almost flat. This one's like really extreme. That is a small pattern. Maybe it just means to wheel more. But we're gonna make this tool and show you how we do it, and we'll find out what the results are. See if it's worth the money. There she is. Quick review. We've got our little mini wheel. We've got our ability to adjust. Got the handle down. You got to figure we're going to reach in the roof and do some adjustment here. They give you plenty of wheels, all kind of shapes, different sweeps on the shape. Whether it's a micro or super wide or the whole panel of the roof, a sweep's a sweep, arc's an arc. So find the shape that works for you. And this is our length. And we created a small bridge just to help us with the bite on that. Braced in the corners. This is literally our handle to grab with. And we are going to roll out that roof skin for you guys. A couple details about the mini wheel kit. You get quite a few shapes, all the way from flat to nothing. Come up with an easy way to store it. We're going to go initially, since we want to kind of push some metal around and straighten things out, we're going to go with the flattest one initially. Right in here is some of the curves we're dealing with on the coupe, and we'll get to this as you see these passes made. Another little thing, looking in the kit, I came across this little pull pin that'll help us when take the wheel on and off. We'll need a big gap just to stick this thing past the door frame stuff, and then we can actually assemble it on the roof. Went ahead and went one further here. We've got a couple washers just welded on, because this uses a saddle type deal with typical English wheel stuff. But by welding a couple of quick washers on there, and we'll just throw a nut and a bolt through there, we won't lose the wheel while we're rolling it around. Whoa, what a mess. Didn't want to waste a lot of video time on showing a bunch of scraping and cleaning and stuff, but the idea is clean the welds down, grind them down a little bit, smooth them up. Just want to kind of get down to where it's just metal to wheel when we roll this thing out a little bit and try and create a little more even shape. We'll show you how that thing works. Here we go. All right, a lot closer. Before we had these little valleys in the welds, and a lot of guys fill them or whatever, but the cool thing about that little English wheel, or planishing wheel, take that little V, and the idea is to bring that up and even out. In this case, you can see pretty cool. We'll I got some good shape in it for old girl's old rusty roof, and been through a lot, but looks like it helped out quite a bit. If you followed along with the last video on this girl right here, this video will make more sense. If you haven't, go back and look at the last video. Well, we made a tool to slick up that little hole we filled in the ceiling there. This is an affordable way to go. My brother let us use his little mini English wheel. You can pick these up for 100 to 150 bucks. Scrap metal laying around the shop. We use it for jigs, this, that, and the other. But works really well. We learned some things. Of course, the tracking width's only 1 inch, so you have to think in terms of smaller. Contact patch, a little bit more tension helps. But overall, it worked out really well. We won't have hardly any fill in it. Matter of fact, I'm going to go straight to epoxy and give it a block just to see how close we really are. Real happy with the way it came out. Now, with that said, there's a whole lot of ways we could have done this. We could have put a whole roof skin off a donor car, or even an oddball car like a VW Bug. And my dad might have done that. And again, not to beat the mule, but we're doing this for Pop, and I got the idea to do it kind of how he would do it. So with that said, a piece of an old 57 Chevy quarter panel, patching up that roof, and many discussions that we've had back when he was with us of his dream, how this thing looked, right down to paint. So with that said, hopefully something like this can help y'all out. It'll roll out quarter panels, door panels, anything you can get it to. But it does help. It does quite a bit. A lot of bang for the buck. I just wanted y'all to know there's always another way, an affordable way, and that's the way my dad operated. That's one of the things he raised us on, was don't stop just because you can't afford it. Just find a way to do it. And so with that said, we really want y'all to know that we do appreciate y'all watching. Following along this thing, you know what you got to do. Thanks again.